Then you're talking about the professional game in the AUDL. You almost have 3 different strategies, 3 different styles of playing, and you do have to react and practice accordingly with the rules. A nice break here by the DC Breeze, and staying inbounds, towing the line.
To this offensive line and the Empire team in general, joining 2016 Defensive Player of the Year, Jeff Babbitt.
So Garvey, Yacht, and Babbitt, 3 of those big college players throughout the years.
We're conditioned almost to play 4 or 5 games in a given day. The AUDL rosters are significantly smaller, and people are starting to tighten up their lines. But in general, coaches don't necessarily know how to factor these players into the new system.
There's a deep shot. He is starting to get his recognition in the pass, but again, now playing on the grass, playing on turf in more official settings. And Ryan Drost there almost looked like the pass was directly to him, picking that one off, and now the Empire have their first chance to go up 2 here. Arloro the break throw over to Kaminis. And Kaminos into the end side. In other sports, that is always the rule number 1 to be explained to them. It's not necessarily a rule, but the whole spirit of the game is something that is paramount to understanding the ultimate community. John Walden here, and John Walden comes
here compared to last year. It's entirely different. So many new players, so many new faces, like Garvey, like Klein.
And talking about going downfield, Keegan takes a shot here, and a beautiful read as Connor Klein looks to get the goal. Instead, it's going to be cut back, and now Klein is there as Keegan finds him. Most likely with 16 seconds remaining in the half, take a shot downfield. The DC Breeze can just try to work a double team here. So here's Wodach. Wodach will be the one to let it go. In the end zone, Klein, Babbitt. And here's Babbitt getting underneath it. Babbitt went up with it, and Babbitt on the second. Physically able to box out just simply because of how wide your shoulders are. Here's going to be a shot by Schaffner as the first half comes to an end. We'll see if the Breeze can get one back. 50-50 ball. Delrico Johnson's in there, and it looks like Babbitt tips it right into the
people to run around, so they don't necessarily need to have Keegan on for every single point.
Garvey looking first time at Connor Klein, and now the 1-2. Garvey, a fancy piece of magic there from Harper.
Empire appeared to be getting a little bit nervous. They need to put in this offensive point, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see both those players, if they're still able to, stick around for a defensive point.
Well, we're going to see a pretty nice battle here. It's Jeff Babbitt versus Delrico Johnson. Johnson got up first. Now either 45 or 46 is now again played with the Spinners since their first season in the AUDL, then of course breaking off in the MLU, and Trey Katzenbach, not only experienced, but that is a guy who still has all the throws and still plays defense at a pretty high level as well. Now, the clock has stopped, so we're not entirely sure how long is left in the third quarter, but the score right now is 20-18. That is the official score. So the Empire here could bring it back within 1. There's still Rico Johnson, a layout on Jeff Babbitt. And what looked like a break turns into a jump at the right time, and Richards was bringing the footsteps. Taylor Brooks. Aletta's going to have to get to it. Aletta gets all 5 fingers underneath it. The officials some effect to that.
I like this matchup we're seeing here between Ryan Drost and Rowan McDowell. Both athletic players.
But it's
a shot deep. Oh,
it's going to be Tyler Monroe. Just as I mentioned, he's been quiet.
Playmakers like Jeff Babbitt. I almost guarantee a team of 7 Jeff Babbitts would lose to a team of 7 Priors almost every time.
Here's Norbum. He lays it out. It might be a little bit too far, but nope. The disc kind of floating. I mean, wouldn't it be nice if he could just go 15, 20-minute drive as opposed to having to go again? What is about 2 to 3 hours to Montreal? And again, just the travel time that these players are putting in, as we see Schaffner putting some travel miles on, and he gets the long